Welcome to the briefing room. I'm your host, Emmanuel Makome, and today we dive into the latest developments from the ongoing conflict in Gaza, where the United States military support for Israel has reached unprecedented levels. Since the start of the war in Gaza, the Biden administration has significantly ramped up its military support for Israel. According to United States officials, the United States has sent more than 10,000 highly destructive 2,000-pound bombs, as well as 10,000 Hellfire missiles, among other munitions. Between October and recent days, these shipments have included at least 14,000 Mk-84 2,000-pound bombs, 6,500 500-pound bombs, 3,000 Hellfire precision-guided air-to-ground missiles, and 1,000 bunker buster bombs, and 2,600 air-dropped small-diameter bombs. The sheer volume of these munitions reflects a substantial level of support from the United States for its ally. Experts like Tom Caraco from the Center for Strategic and International Studies note that these are precisely the types of munitions Israel would need in its ongoing military campaign against Hamas and its potential conflicts with Hezbollah. The latter has been trading fire with Israel since the war began, raising concerns about an all-out war. The Biden administration's unwavering support, despite international calls to limit weapon supplies, underscores the complex dynamics of U.S.-Israel relations. Interestingly, while the administration has paused the shipments of some 2,000-pound bombs due to concerns over their impact in densely populated areas, most arms deliveries continue as normal. Since the October 7th attack by Hamas, which resulted in over 1,200 deaths and 250 hostages, the United States has provided $6.5 billion in security assistance to Israel. In response, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has publicly complained about delays in weapon deliveries, despite U.S. officials insisting there have been no significant holdups whatsoever. This tension highlights the pressure on Israel to maintain its military campaign while addressing the humanitarian impact on Gaza, where the death toll has surpassed 37,000 according to the Gaza Health Ministry. But we can't confirm these numbers because we know the Gaza Health Ministry is essentially run by Hamas. President Biden has faced significant political pressure, particularly from young Democrats, over his support for Israel. This has led to uncommitted protests in primaries and pro-Palestinian protests as well at United States universities. Despite these domestic challenges, Biden has not imposed substantial conditions on military aid to Israel, although he has delayed some shipments to address humanitarian concerns in Gaza. Recent reports suggest a strategic shift in Israel's military operations in Gaza. Netanyahu has signaled a new, less intense phase aimed at reallocating resources to the northern front, where tensions with Hezbollah are now escalating. Former Israeli military officials like Giora Eiland have described this shift as a move towards more surgical operations that require fewer soldiers, suggesting a de facto abandonment of the goal to completely dismantle Hamas. Meanwhile, the United States continues to play a crucial role. The Pentagon has liaised with industry partners like Boeing and General Dynamics to ensure a steady supply of munitions. As Netanyahu balances military objectives with the humanitarian and political fallout, the Biden administration's support remains a crucial element of Israel's strategy. In closing, the conflict in Gaza remains a deeply complex and evolving situation. The U.S. support for Israel, both politically and militarily, underscores the long-standing alliance between the two nations, even as it sparks significant debate and controversy, both home and abroad. Thank you for tuning into the briefing room. I'm your host, Emmanuel Makome, signing off.